Gymnastics Championships. It's the men's and women's individual apparatus finals. I'm Gary Bender, along with Kathy Johnson and Bart Connor, along with Julie Moran, and we're all set to bring you the men's pommel horse, the individual apparatus finals, as well as the women's vault. Henrietta Onodi of Hungary moments ago in the vault.
And this is a gymnast we have been so impressed with over the last couple of years. Unfortunately, she had some bad luck in the all-around competition, but she's in 4 event finals, and watch this vault. It's a handspring front pike with a half twist, and look at that landing.
A 9.95 for Henrietta, the 17-year-old, Hungary's best gymnast in the last decade. And here is Kim Zmeskal, who has been a sensation, winning the all-around gold. And, of course, competing on the United States women's team that won a silver in the team competition. Onodi after the 9.95.
You can see here good form in the air and a rock-solid landing. The most important factor in the vault finals, they have to have 2 very strong, different vaults. And unfortunately, Kim Zmeskal did not have a strong second vault. In fact, it could only score a 9.9 if done perfectly. Henrietta has 2 very strong vaults. Her next vault is a Yurchenko laid out with a full twist. In event finals, they perform 2 different vaults and average the vault scores together. Puts a lot more pressure on the gymnast.
This is the second vault now for Henrietta Onodi.
This is a round-off entry vault. She will perform that element as she approaches the board and goes backward onto the horse. Layout somersault with a full twist, and just a slight hop on the landing.
And so the second score, 9.887, that averaged out to 9.918. Onodi from Hungary. Bronze medals, the all-around of the 1990 Goodwill Games and the World Cup as well.
World champion from the Soviet Union.
Adicata with a 9.862.
Is from Romania. She's a 15-year-old.
That would be the 5th best score.
Lavinia Milosevic.
Now coming up, Milosevic of Romania. Lavinia.
And she also has 2 very strong vaults. Starts out with the Yurchenko laid out with a full twist and the all-important landing. We have seen throughout the entire competition at the World Championships how important those landings are. That is a definite deduction the judges will take. There's the round off, good form, nice tight twist.
Milosevic, 14 years old.
This has really become a very common vault in women's gymnastics. We have certainly learned to perfect it through the years.
So the vault thus far, Onodi of Hungary has the lead. Boganskaya, she is someone that was disappointed not winning the all-around, finishing with the silver. 9.962 for Milosevic.
Her second vault is a handspring front tuck with a half twist. It's not the most difficult vault being done in the competition, but it is a strong second vault. Oh, a little slight hop on the landing. Then that will be a slight deduction. She has some tough scores to try to beat. Onodi and Trusovitina up on top.
A little bit later on.
The uneven bars and the rings will be coming up later in our live coverage here from the Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis.
Lavinia Milosevic cheering on Kristina Bontas, who's next up.
Bontas from Romania.
She is one of the most consistent all-around performers in the competition. She doesn't have a weak event. And particularly here on the vault, she has 2 very strong vaults. Chinko with a full twist. You can see there was a slight leg separation as she made contact with the horse, but other than that, Very nicely done.
Kecky on the pommel horse posted a 9.837.
Here you can see in slow motion the legs separate right there. But she certainly regains the form to come out with a perfect landing. Excellent work.
Kecky's score would give him 6 thus far as we go for the second vault now on Bontas.
It'll be interesting to see what the judges do with that, because from the side angle, which is where the judges sit, it was very difficult to see that leg separation. She has one of the toughest second vaults in the competition. It's a piked Cuervo, which is a handspring front vault, except the half twist occurs before the somersault.
Kathy, there's her first vault, 9.962.
It's the highest first vault score yet in the competition. So she is really sitting in a pretty position here.
Needs 9.95 to win.
Oh, nice vault, but tough landing. That will be a sizable deduction. Several steps back.
And so after the good vault, the first time around, the second not as good. And of course, they will average that out as we come to the completion of the women's vault and the men's pommel horse. Well, one of the big stories of the World Championships, this young lady, 15-year-old Houston native Kim Zmeskal. We'll take a closer look in just a moment. As far as the vault is concerned, Milisovic of Romania with the gold. Henrietta Onodi of Hungary tying for second place with Chusovitina of the Soviet Union. So that catches us up to date and brings us inside the Hoosier Dome here in Indianapolis. I'm Gary Bender, and I'm joined very ably by Kathy Johnson and Bart Connor. Kathy, this has just been a wonderful week for the United States. I think of the women. Kim winning the gold and the all-around, and then the silver for the team competition. The women have to be charged up.
Gary, I've seen some great gymnastics competitions in my time, but nothing like this. What a great moment for USA Gymnastics and Kim Zmeskal. And I think the Americans will continue to challenge the rest of the field for medals. Shannon Miller is in the uneven bars. She's the only American there, and she's also the first and only American to qualify for all four event finals. She's got a great routine. She has to concentrate on keeping good form and sticking the landing.
Well, they've really caught the attention of the rest of the world. And Bart, the men, let's talk about them now. They've done better as far as the team competition. Fifth, that's 3 notches better than the 89. Scott Keswick, he finished 10th in the all-around. That's the best finish since 83.
That's right, Gary. The U.S. men have done a terrific job all week long. But unlike the women, they have not yet won a medal. They have an exciting opportunity this evening with Scott Keswick on the rings. He has beautiful strength work, wonderful swing elements, and a very big, exciting dismount. It's a double backflip with 2 twists. Now, if he can stick the landing, he might win the first medal for the U.S. in World Championship competition in 12 years.
Well, we talk about Kim Zmeskal. What an amazing story. We've had an opportunity now to go down to Houston to Bella Caroli's ranch. Also visit her home in Houston and her parents here in Indianapolis. Let's get a closer look at the gold medal winner in the all-around.
I don't know. I think all of us have grown up a bit faster than most kids our age because of what we have to go through. But, you know, inside we're still little kids, I guess. I don't know what's for lunch. I hope it's good. Luckily, all of us get along really well, and we're all going through the same thing, so we help each other.
Kim and her teammates spent the summer in intense training at Bella Caroli's ranch outside of Houston. It was 3 months away from friends and family, but Kim's one of the lucky ones.
I don't know how like the other girls do it, you know, staying away from their parents. But, you know, because my parents have helped me a whole lot in my gymnastics, you know, just being there for me.
Hey, girls. How y'all doing? Is everything packed up?
Kim spent her final night at home before the Worlds with her younger sister, Melissa, to whom Kim has become a 4'7" giant, and her mother. It was a rare moment together.
She's a very tender-hearted person, and she loves being at home. And I think she wishes